Hello, and welcome to another special edition of the Monday Mack. So, today we have something really cool. John, what do we have going on today?
All right, so most of the stuff that came out this Friday and was not really up our alley. I will say that Killer Mike put out a good new album. Um but it's good. It's not my favorite thing. I just want to give him a shout out because he's like on our side. He's a huge activist. And he's for the people. So big shout out to Killer Mike. Congratulations on a good album. He's not going to hear this, of course. I don't know why I'm
No,
congratulating him, but if
who
go listen
cares?
to Killer Mike if you want to hear some like inspirational. It's like half inspirational, half gangster, so it is good. Killer Mike's awesome.
We are doing a classic album review this week. We are reviewing one of our all-time favorite albums, Rumors by Fleetwood Mac. Very excited. John, do you want to start us off? Or do you want me to start us off? Whatever you
Uh,
want to do. But before we start anyone off, I think it's important to mention the reason why we think we could talk about these albums is because we just put out a new song called Drinkin In Work. And we'd love if everyone would go listen to it.
please go listen to it. Please, please.
Please.
You go first, Matthew. This was your album choice
All right.
review, so you go first.
So Secondhand News is the first song on the album. I loved this song. You know, it's crazy. I've only listened to a few songs on this album, actually. Like about 7 out of the 12 that are on here. I've listened to like plenty of times, but some of the other ones that weren't like obviously as famous, I didn't listen to as much. So Secondhand News kind of took me for a ride. So this whole album is really about Lindsey Buckingham and Stevie Nicks, songwriting duo who joined Fleetwood Mac after they were basically a jazz band in the early 70s. Um, they join and their relationship is very tumultuous. You know, if everyone who's watching probably knows.
What's it called? A tryst? Is that like a fling gone wrong?
I think so.
Is that the right word? A tryst?
I'm not 100% sure if that's the
That don't
right
sound
word
right.
for it. That definitely doesn't sound right for it, but it could be right because I don't know anything. So that scared me so bad. Um,
Matthew, can
second,
we pause? I think I just went wee wee.
okay, that's a weird reason to pause, but sure. Set, John, are you okay? We're back, everyone.
Yeah. I just had to. I sneezed so hard.
Oh, that's secondhand news. I don't care about that. So, well, let me just give my little rating for secondhand news. So, this song, I love the way this whole album is mixed. So, I'm just going to say that for every song, superb mixing, mastering. I listen to the remaster, so the remaster's tremendous. The original master's great. This album is perfect in that department. I give it a 10 out of 10 in that department. Secondhand news is an excellent example of that because if this song had shit mixing, it would be a terrible song. But this song, I'm not gonna lie, the song's like a 7.5 for me. Like I really liked this song. I was like, it was surprised me because the next song's Dreams, and I'm like, well, you know, usually albums that have great songs on it, usually the other songs are kind of shitty. But this was a great
Yeah.
song.
Well,
Secondhand news, seven
that's
and a
why
half
it's
out of 10.
that's why it's a classic album.
Absolutely.
Uh, nice bright opener, a lot of great background vox, and absolutely beautiful guitar work. I gave it an 8 out of 10.
Hey, we're in the same ballpark.
Yeah,
Dude.
but I knew about secondhand news though.
My thought the whole time for this song was at this point you could tell the band and like obviously Lindsey's a great guitar player, but the rest of the band are such seasoned players
Yeah,
that you can really tell that they um you could just tell how great they were and how tight they were, that they're playing in that live in the studio. All right, so let's go. We're gonna go to Dreams, and I'm gonna politely ask if I could do this one first too, because I'm so excited about this.
Yeah.
Okay, Dreams. I heard for the first time in the Sunoco station at like 18th and Oregon, in the back seat of our mom's old Nissan that we had the cat litter box in. With remember
Mhm.
we had the antifreeze leak, so we had to put the cat litter and the sawdust on the bottom of the floor.
Oh my God.
Remember that?
What about that?
For the Nissan. So like someone who sat in that seat had to keep their feet up and they had to like sit with their feet up. Remember that? So I was sitting I would think I was sitting with my feet up like that. And Dreams came on and she turned it on to the part right before the first chorus. The ooh, like the ooh part, like the way those ooh, thunder and the
Yeah.
oohs keep going over the thunder and it like the song is so good that I remember where I was when I heard it, and that's what a truly great song does. This is a 110,000% perfect song. Every part on it's perfect. The
Yep.
musicianship's perfect. The songwriting's perfect. The lyricism is perfect. The mysticism is perfect. This song is my first true, fully supported 10 out of 10 for any song that I've given on a month for what we've done on Monday Max because we haven't delved. So this song is just so special to me. And the guy and it went viral recently. The guy riding the skateboard.
Yeah. Well, Matthew, I disagree. No, I'm kidding. My notes were very short on this. One of the best songs ever. Everything about it is perfect. 10 out of 10.
John, what do we got next?
Never going back again. So,
This. Oh yeah.
uh, not only, I'll give you my notes real quick. One of the best acoustic guitar songs ever.
Mm,
Beautiful vocals by Lindsay. 9 out of 10. Um, so it is a 9 out of 10, and I think part of the reason is that I've seen it live, and he
oh,
plays it and sings it at the same time. He's a wizard. Like Stevie Nicks is a witch, and he's a wizard.
a
It's a
warlock.
it's a 9 out of 10.
So never coming back again. I think it was about five 5 months ago. I was in an argument with my dear lady, and I'm driving, and this song came on because Spotify just announced this like bullshit DJ mode, and this song came on, and I heard the song, and I was like, and I saw it live, when me and mommy went to Fleetwood Mac, and I saw it live, and I was like, this song's whatever. Like I didn't give a shit about it, never used to listen to it. I listened to it this time, and maybe it's because obviously we're putting out country songs, goes in the country room when Drinkin In Work. But this song just fucking ran me over with like a freight train, and I was like, I can't believe I didn't realize how great of a song this was. I
Yep.
agree. This song's a 9 out of 10, and I agree with everything you said.
Great. Next up is Don't Stop. Um, my notes were what a catchy song. This might be the happiest song with blues chords, like with just the like
Yeah,
if you
like
listen
bar
to the
blues.
yeah. So I gave it an 8.4 out of 10. I really like the song.
All right, so this song is a very special song to me because when I was 18 and I was going through rough times in my life, everyone has hard times in their life, real hard times in their life. I was like, down and sad. And you, like, kind of as a joke, were like, John, remember the Fleetwood Mac song, Don't Stop, because I think we just saw Fleetwood Mac. And you said that to me and just kind of like as a joke or as a one off. And I listened to that song like every day for like 2 years to like cheer me up from that. And I was like, this is what, at like this, and this reminds me of my brother trying to cheer me up, and it just would always cheer me up. So
That's
I give this song a 9 out of 10. And the never going back again thing. The reason I included it, I was in a fight, is because sometimes you make mistakes, and to me that song means I'm not going to make the same mistake twice. but I think the song might mean something else, but that's kind of what it meant to me at the time. So that's why I like it. Now, Go Your Own Way. I have really short about this, so I'm just gonna go real quick. Go Your Own Way reminds me when we used to play Rock Band, and priceless memories. It's part of the reason why we're musicians. Um, and I love this song, and it's grown on me as I've gotten older. 8.5 out of 10.
So we do differ. I said this also. I said this reminds me of Rock Band with my family.
Mm,
One of the best breakup songs ever. And I got to tell a quick story about someone that we both know. I won't say their name, but we started the 1940s with them, possibly.
mm,
And his first selling point, he said, I don't want to be a guitar player like that guy in Fleetwood Mac who only plays the same thing over and over again. He was talking about the end solo in Go Your Own Way,
yeah.
which he plays like the and then he slides up and he keeps the E ringing,
Oh yeah.
and it's absolutely perfect. I gave this song a 9.9 out of 10.
Wow. That's wild.
I love this song. It also reminds me of one time Frank Drank Taylor came over to the Southwest house, and he was just trying to hang out, and I think we were going to South Philly after, and he just had to sit. I was learning how to play this song, and he had to just sit there and watch me for 2 hours play this song for 2 hours straight, trying to learn it. This was like very early in my
Yeah.
guitar playing, and he just had to sit there while I'm playing.
A true friend.
Very rudimentary. Yeah, he really is a true friend.
Because I was not sitting through any of that.
So 9.9 out of 10 I gave it.
Great song, great album. All right, so what's next on our list?
Songbird.
What are your notes?
Very pretty song, just feels like a bridge to The Chain. But it's still very well done. 7.4 out of 10.
Yeah, I gave the song considering this is probably the third time I've really listened to it. It is a very nice ballad. I will say I think ballads back then used to be well, let's be real. Can we just say rest in peace, Christy McVie?
Oh yeah, what a saint.
I mean, I just got to give a shout out. The song Everywhere is an all-time classic. That's a 9 out of 10 if we ever had to review it one day. Um that's one of my favorite love songs ever. Um Beautiful ballad. I think this album needs a song like this, so I'm going to also put it in the 7. So I'm giving this a 7 out of 10. Really pretty song.
All right, Matt, do The Chain.
All right. So this song is another song where can we like the bass playing in the song and the drumming, and this is another one that's like just a perfect song.
Yep.
Um the metaphors that are used in the song to describe intense moments in relationships are just perfect. They're dreamlike almost. It's a song that like when songwriters say, you know, a song already exists, I'm just trying to grab it out of the air. This is one of those you could tell everything just fits like glue, like perfectly into place.
Yep.
Um, from the little bass breakdown to the chorus to the intro, the guitar solo at the end. Because Lindsey Buckingham is an absolutely incredible guitar player, and it's not about how many notes you play; it's about how you play them and where you put them.
Yep.
The Chain for me gets a 9.9 out of 10. I was gonna give it a 9.5, but 9.9 is very appropriate for this song. Um, beautiful, beautiful song.
All right, we're just gonna do my notes and we're gonna go right to the next song. Man Oh Man, another unbelievable song with one of the coolest outros ever. Another absolute classic guitar performance as well. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Yeah. We
Matthew,
can,
I gave there's two 10 out of 10s and one 9.9 out of 10 on this album.
you know, I was trying to be a little judicious with my 10, but I got to give that song a 10. That song is just too. It's just such a great song.
Go
It's
Your
like
Own Way was almost a 10.
John, like hotel, like you
So
like the
close.
song Hotel California, like that's obviously a 10 out of 10.
Yeah,
This song's like the same vibe.
right
Like
up there.
it's the some of the '70s music was just like whoa. Some of these '70s songs are nuts.
Yeah.
So next
All
we
right.
have "You Make Lovin' Fun."
Yep. My notes real quick. What a bass line. Mick in the pocket, smooth vocals. What a beautiful chorus. Also, sweet outro. 8.7 out of 10.
Oh yeah. Um, I basically agree. I think this song just very much highlights the versatility to have a song like The Chain and then have another song like this right after it.
Yeah.
Um, Mixing incredible. All the performances are great. I gave the song a 7.7 out of 10.
I don't want to know.
All
You
right,
go.
there's two songs that I listened to because today was nuts. There's two songs I don't want to know and Oh Daddy. Wait, no. Oh Daddy's the one. Oh Daddy, I don't have much on. I listened to like the first 30 seconds of. I don't want to know shocked me because I never listened to it. I was listening to the first time today, and I was like, I can't believe this Fleetwood Mac song's out here, and I never heard it. Another great song. This song to me was just like the sonic energy and the talent that was probably in the mix room to bring that out and make it feel so lifelike. Was just incredible. Perfect '70s sound. I gave the song an 8 out of 10.
I don't want to know. Stevie Nicks has one of the most distinct voices ever, and her vocals on this sound so angry, and I never noticed it before. I was listening actually on my beats, and
Mm,
I hear things different on the beats. So like I've really never noticed how aggressive her vocals are on this.
because she's buried in the mix.
I said I never noticed before. What a wonderful confliction. Uh Great, and also it's a great written song. 8.6 out of 10.
Oh yeah, great song. Next up we have Oh Daddy. John, this one's all you.
Musically it's wonderful, of course, but it always has been my least favorite on this album. Feels like it does feel ahead of its time in a way, but I just don't feel it like the rest. 7 point. Oh, you know what? I actually rated it a little higher than Songbird, or yeah, Songbird. Um, 7.4 out of 10.
Here we go.
The
Okay.
music, you know what? The music sounds like a Black Keys song from Turn Blue.
Oh yeah. That
Cool,
makes
there's
sense.
cool stuff going on in it, but I just can't get into her lyrics at all.
All right, so now we have I you actually forget these songs are on this album because
Yeah,
they're so good that you think they're on a different Fleetwood Mac album, like maybe the album before or after. Like you might think this is on Tusk.
yeah,
Gold Dust Woman. This is like I think this is like one of the cool slow songs ever. That was like my first reaction, like cool slow song ever, super witchy. Um, I just it's like the most visual song on the album to me. Like Stevie Nicks, like the way they kind of mixed and like put the effect on her voice, I thought was so cool.
yeah.
And Lindsay has just some tremendous guitar playing. This song's a 9 out of 10 for me.
I said incredible vocal performances. Another example of Stevie Nicks' excellence. You really feel like you're getting possessed during the outro. Great closer. 8.9 out of 10.
Okay, now the next song has a warm, very, very warm spot in my heart. Just because the way,
There's another song.
yeah, there's 12 songs.
I thought this was the closer.
Silver Springs.
That's on. You sure that's on there?
Yeah, Silver Springs. I mean, I maybe I have the wrong version because I might have the super deluxe version up. I'm gonna look up normal rumors. Oh no. So I guess they put Silver Springs on the super deluxe version at the end. Maybe it was recorded in the same session. But all right, I listened to it and I wrote a review and I have a review for it. So I'll do it real quick. Silver Springs, I guess, isn't on the original release, but it's on the Super Deluxe, which I reviewed. Um, Silver Springs, awesome song, great love song. Um, some of Stevie Nicks' best storytelling and lyricism in a song, and let's just say that the way Lindsey plays guitar, like the way he uses the volume pedal in that song to make it sound like a steel guitar, I've stolen on like a few songs of ours. So thanks for that. So I give the song a 9.1 out of 10 because I like it a
Wow.
little bit better than Gold Dust Woman.
I have to brush up on my Silver Springs, but I do like that song.
Just the melody, the intro melodies, the most beautiful thing.
And I do notice the guitar stuff that you incorporated.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't remember it well enough to give it like a real rating, but it's probably in the eights for me. Um,
John, what are you giving this album as a whole?
all right, so I gave it an 8.9 out of 10. Absolutely one of the best albums ever, with 3 perfect songs on it. Incredible performance.
John,
Performance.
you might want to, you're muffling yourself a little. You should readjust your laptop. There you go.
8.9 out of 10. Absolutely one of the best albums ever, with 3 perfect songs, incredible performances, and legendary backstories. A raw, emotive, sexy, scary effort from a band at their absolute peak. 8.9 out of 10.
Yeah, I gave this album a 9 out of 10, so it's like almost the same
Yo,
thing.
didn't what I just said, that's like a fucking pitchfork review. Did you hear that?
Pitchfork, that's like I can't think of a funny thing to say. It's
That's
like shit
Anthony
fork.
Macano.
It's like shit fork.
Yeah.
That's your company. Or stationary stone instead of Rolling Stone. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, I gave this album a 9 out of 10. Obviously for all the same reasons you just listed. For me, it's also just such an awesome example of the 70s sound that was everything was meticulously performed and recorded beautifully, mixed beautifully, mastered beautifully. It really felt like this was the peak. This album and a few other examples were the peak of analog physical recording.
Yeah.
And the sounds that are on this album will never be recaptured. Total classic. I'd love to listen to the whole thing on vinyl one day just to be a snob. Um, it's 9 out of 10. Um, awesome, awesome, awesome. So
Yep.
thank you everyone for watching. Go listen to Drinking in Work.
Go listen to
Don't
Drinkin In Work.
don't sneeze as loud as John. Please don't do that. That's bad.
Let me tell you something. Drinkin In Work, objectively, is better to me than secondhand news. Don't stop.
I think it would be the fourth best song on this album.
I really think so. I'm not even being a chucharillo. Like, I really think it's a great song, and we slaved over it. So please go listen to it.
I will say anything that I kind of judge above an 8, anything above an eight's really just subjective. Anything above eight's great.
Yeah.
And eights can turn into tens in a few years. Well, thank you everyone for watching. Go listen to our new song "Drinking in Work" when
Go
possible,
listen
which
to
is right
rumors.
now.
Go listen to rumors after that too.
Go listen to rumors and get some good music in you. As always, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and take care of yourselves.